So we're really excited about being certified B-Corp because it's a verification process that looks at the social and environmental impact as well as financial drivers, and that's what we're all about. So we really encourage other businesses, but particularly in the agricultural industry, to follow suit. You know, ask us about it or look online and find out about how to get B-Corp certified, because this is the sort of business community we really want to grow and we really want to be part of.
Well, I was always a farmer at heart and wanted to stay there, but there were so many people literally leaning over the fence saying, can we do that too, and how can we get involved, and many long discussions with my good wife, and I'd say, look, I'll have to go and see Joe Blow. He really wants me to come and have a chat to him about what we're doing. We're changing our whole farming, not so much the practices but the output, with healthier soils, healthier cattle. It's just phenomenal. In 60 years I've never noticed such a huge difference in the improvement of, and the cattle tell you straight away what they want to eat, and they grow and flourish accordingly, and that's very exciting.
NutriSoil gives farmers a tool to help them transition from degenerative, high input, chemical-based farming practices, and it also connects them with a community of like-minded farmers. Now this is how you grow a revolution, and a revolution is what we need to get a critical mass of farmers to change to regenerative farming practices. When farmers return to the practices and mindset that they need to farm in harmony with nature, massive drawdown of carbon can occur from the atmosphere into the soil. And then the world will realise that farmers hold the key to reversing climate change.
I'm from a small farming community in New South Wales, and when I go home, the river is bright green, and I just think, why is that not front page of the newspaper? It's the high levels of nitrogen and phosphorus that are leaching from our farming systems. In a regenerative system, when you rebuild your soil, you only need small amounts of nitrogen and phosphorus. The soil holds onto it and the plants can use it. It's so much more profitable and efficient. Using NutriSoil and regenerative ag, we can all swim in the river.
Well, we need NutriSoil to aid farmers in their seemingly complicated transitional period of going from high chemical inputs to low chemical inputs or no chemical inputs. So we found a very special need in that area to help them in their transition.
It's a natural way to grow, and you don't have the chemical input on your, and it looks after the soil. We need a good healthy soil, the microbes and worms and to be nurtured and looked after to grow healthy crops for human health.
NutriSoil is a company that believes beyond sustainable. We're a company that's looking in a regenerative agriculture, so we're looking above and beyond sustainable. We're getting out there helping farmers Australia-wide to basically improve their farms more than they thought.
NutriSoil is making a difference to our country and our communities through better soil, looking after the soil and growing more nutrient-dense fruit, vegetables and crops.
We're not treating the land as we treat our bodies. We think we treat our bodies really well, but we're not. We're actually poisoning ourselves because we're eating foods that are unsafely grown.
Well, I've always been health conscious, so we've always grown our own vegetables. We grow our own meat, you know, and cook our own food.
You're feeding the land, whether it be crops, pastures or the likes, with a very broad spectrum plant nutrient, which you cannot buy over the counter anywhere else in Australia, I would believe.
Whereas you pick a fresh apple off the tree, or you pick, you know, your strawberries out of the garden, your beans, and it's just so easy to grow beautiful vegetables and fruit at home.
The cattle or dairy product, or we know straight away there's no infusion of certain chemicals, which we know nowadays they're trying to ban them for the simple reason that it's detrimental to their health. There's There's nothing in the NutriSoil program. If you're really thirsty, you can try it, but we don't suggest you do that. But there's nothing, no chemical additive or nothing in there that can harm anything or anyone and any plant.
Yeah, I believe things have changed in farming. I believe conventional farming has reached its peak. We've worked the soil and the water in the country too high, to its max. So now most people are looking for options to regenerate soil and water.
There's a big change there in the last probably 3-5 years that they're becoming very, very open like they never were 20 or 30 years ago, and we were just laughed at then.
I love talking with farmers about the soil. It's underpinning the foundation of life, and I love showing them how these humble earthworms can help them restore their land to a profitable and thriving system, one that it was just 1 or 2 generations ago.
NutriSoil is not, it's not just the product is the way for us to be able to teach our farmers and our community that you know, that there's a healthier way to grow food, that there's healthier choices in the supermarkets.
Working with NutriSoil, we're providing farmers with regenerative agriculture training around Australia.
I love how much they are supporting farmers, you know, with broad education. I see them doing this through, again, on-farm events, the local farm days or field days, and through media. You know, it's increasing through media.
We really enjoy talking to farmers at field days or seminars and soil symposiums and wherever we get the chance to share the word. It's not a case of trying to convert them to any area of farming. They make those decisions themselves. We're just there to maybe educate and make sure in time that they're very happy with their move. Farmers,
I don't think, realised the harm they were doing to the soil. So now using a product like NutriSoil, and we've proved beyond doubt that it works really well, and farmers are able to grow crops and especially through drought time, the soil it doesn't dry out like it does when you use a chemical fertiliser. A certain level of understanding, it's changing usually from solids to liquid fertilisers, and the liquid fertiliser is absorbed into the plant much quicker, giving you a healthier, stronger soil and the plant life, of course.
I believe in the last 5 years that the regenerative agriculture has increased. Not just sustainable, but we've gone beyond sustainable, and we're looking at regenerative agriculture where, you know, we are sequestering carbon as well as growing crops and animals and everything like that. And so people are thinking now big picture, above and beyond.
Generally the whole facet becomes very, very simple, amazingly simple, sometimes too simple for people to get their head around.
Farmers' lives can be really transformed when they start working with the soil rather than against it. Farming becomes more exciting and less frustrating when you work in regenerative ag. When they start to see the transformation they're making in the world with planetary health and human health and the environment, that's a good day at work.
I like working outdoors at NutriSoil. I like farming, I like working with animals. So working with compost worms is a great type of farming. A bit different than the conventional, but very, very enjoyable. Feeding and watering animals. In my case, I'm watering and feeding compost worms.
Working in this family business has allowed me to have the creativity and ability to help make changes in the community. Being an outdoors person, I like to get out everywhere, and I love a good chat with a farmer about what he's doing and where he wants to go. I love the connection that we have with our farmer customers, and I love the connection we have with community. I love that we're all different when you work in a family business like this, you're able to make decisions quickly that impact change.
It's a good place to work.
I like that NutriSoil is part of a regenerative community, and I like working for a company that is part of that regenerative community.
I really enjoy having purpose in my life, and here at NutriSoil I'm able to contribute through the office in supporting the team there. I can also work in the warehouse and move things forward there when the day needs. And I can also help Justin and Rachelle with their 9-year-old daughter Matilda in domestic duties when they need to be interstate or away at field events.
We're given lots of opportunities to learn.
So the great thing about B-Corp, it's about benefits for all stakeholders and not just shareholders. They cover public transparency, legal accountability, and they balance profit and purpose. And that's, just music to our ears and a community that we want to be involved in.